Well, the calm before the storm. We have a major storm blowing in this weekend. It's blowing pretty much across the entire country from what I can tell. And it's done a lot of damage, unfortunately. You can see some wind up there in the palm trees, but we're kind of bracing for impact. But got to get some content out. I'm making a couple things today that I wanted to go ahead and turn the camera on for. Let me flip this thing around real quick. Yeah, so like I said, a big storm blowing in. It's I'm gonna pull up the radar here on my weather app. I mean, it is bad. So hopefully you guys are staying safe, because like I said, it's pretty much affecting the entire country from what I can tell. And that's just not cool. So yeah, there it is right there. It's coming across the whole nation, headed our way. So hopefully we don't get too bad. Get it too bad. It's supposed to be some pretty damaging winds, hail, possible tornadoes. So fingers crossed that we don't get any of that. But anyway, I'm going to try to make a few things before the storm hits, and wanted to take you guys along. Got to run a few swim baits and some worms. Hey babe. My wife's looking at me. We're going to go inside. It's a somber day for musicians and drummers like me. The legendary drummer for the band Rush, the Canadian Holy Triumvirate, the trio from Toronto, Neil Peart, has passed away. He was my biggest childhood hero, drumming and music influence. Neil, buddy, this one is for you. Today's drum roll will be, of course, in remembrance of Neil Peart. So with that said, yeah, I've been pretty upset about that. You never want to see your heroes pass away. And if there's background noise coming from the washer and dryer, it's laundry day, there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, so one of the things that I'm doing today is I'm making a couple of baits for some buddies. That is, let's see if I can get it to focus. There it is. It's green pumpkin orange flake. Now, I don't have small orange flake, so I'm going to use some medium size. So I have to make some of these for a few friends. So I'm going to see how much I can get with 2 measuring cups of worm plastic. I have some regular Finesse Worms, which you would have seen in my most recent bait video. My most recent video was rod building with Terry Scroggins. But the most recent plastic video, I actually had all of these molds in it, I think. That's the new fat Finesse Worm. That's the Angling AI kicker tail worm. And then these are my bass tackle regular Finesse Worms, kind of like a trick worm style bait, a diamond tail Finesse Worm. They want all of those. So I'm going to take 2 cups of dead on worm plastic. Microwave should be getting done, yep, right about now. And let's see how many we can get. Okie doke. So green pumpkin orange. I'm just going to blend my 2 favorite green pumpkins, Lureworks Green Pumpkin 109 and MF Dark Watermelon, because it kind of looks like a blend of the two. In all honesty, it's probably just Zoom's normal green pumpkin, but I'm going to kind of blend my favorite 2 just because that always has a nice effect. You could probably just go with either one and get something that you like. Anyone who watches my channel knows that those are the green pumpkins that I like. They just work every time. So the best moment of the video is right here, watching it stir in. Oh yeah, look at that. Yes sir. I love watching that color get stirred in. The plastic just comes to life. Yeah. Beautiful green pumpkin. Alright, so now it's just a matter of flake. You know, relatively simple color. I actually don't have the correct size orange. So, sounds like I need to get some little baby orange. Anyway, that right there is medium black, 0.035. And that's what we're going to do with our orange. Yeah, there it is right there. 0.035 is the medium size, or what's considered medium in the bait world. Okay. And since that's 2 cups of plastic, I'm using a little bit larger measuring cup here. Come on. Come on. There it is. That's a half teaspoon. Normally I would go with the little teeny tiny 1/4 teaspoon. Alright, so that was basically a full scoop of each. This is like a Halloween color, huh? It's very Halloweenish. And yeah, I definitely wish I had the right size orange, but I'm making these for some buddies, and they better not complain. Yeah, there we go. I like it. You guys, does that look like green pumpkin orange flake to y'all? Yeah, I sure think it does. Let's make some worms, y'all. Alright, so here we go. We have my 9-ounce single injector, and I won't fill all these molds just with one shot. But let's see how far that we can get. Let's get a full injector worth. Do that first finesse worm. Yeah, boy, those really drink right there. Some molds just require a lot of plastic, and there's just no way around it. Get that second one. Okay. Yeah, that might be all we get with that shot. Yeah, that wasn't going to be enough to fill another mold. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my other injectors, pop that back in for a few minutes, get that heated back up a little more, and then I'll fill those last 2 molds, and then we'll take a look. Okay, got our plastic back, and I decided just to go ahead, sorry, still fighting a cold from last weekend, decided to go ahead and just clean out this injector again, because it's just my favorite one. So here are those thick finesse worms right there. And the AI kicker tail. It's the 7-inch kicker tail worm. So I hope the bass are biting worms for these guys. Okay. Top those off. Alright, we'll meet you back in just a minute, and we will see what we got. Okay, drum roll in honor of the greatest rock and roll drummer of all time, Mr. Neil Peart. Here we go, buddy. Some of that was from one of his solos. So, yep, hope I did him justice. Anyway, let's look at what we did. Yeah. Man, it's hard to beat those simple colors, huh? Green pumpkin orange. There it is. Green pumpkin orange. You know what? I forgot to fill up my bath. Be right back. Let's see, and here's the other one there. Okay, there are those. So now we're up to 10 of the regular size finesse worms there. Okay, moving on, let's look at the fat finesse worms. I shot them as the round worm. This is the mold that you can make either a round worm or a flat-sided worm. So we did all round worms there for that shot. Looking good. Again, very, very, very simple color. I mean, this is as, I don't want to say easy, but this is as simple as soft plastics get. Just a single color with a few different flakes in it. And that's a fish catching machine. As are most green pumpkin colors. Pretty much if you want to catch fish, get you a worm mold, some green pumpkin colorant, and some black flake, and you're pretty much good to go. Oh, look at that. I did not. Come on, focus. Well, there's a hole in the nose. I did not top that one off enough. That is my mistake. Alright, that's round 1. We'll go to round 2, and then I got to make some other things while I'm out here today. Alright, so we're kind of into round 2 already. So I have a couple of molds filled, but I'm going to go ahead and end round 2 here with these kicker tails over here on the left. Excuse me. Now my neighbor's out cutting his grass, so hopefully there's not too much background noise ruining all the audio here. So I apologize if it's a little hard to listen to. Alright, real quick, round 2. I only did 1 mold of the regular size Finesse Worms. There they are there. Okay. Going in the bath. Alright, let's look at the big worms. Fat worms. There we go. Whoops. Looking good, looking good. All of them filled in nice. Looking good. And last but not least, come on. Let's take a look at these kicker tails real quick. Ah, what a mess, huh? There we go. Yeah, looking good. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of finish out the rest of this. I have a little bit left, plus those sprues. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out the rest of all the worms, and then we're going to move on to some big hand pours. Yeah, so there's what we got out of our 2 cups. We have 15 of the regular finesse worms. We have 15 of the really big fat ones. And then one of those was messed up, so I had 9 of the kicker tails. And I actually have a little bit left over in the cup, which I'm saving. So, yeah, there you go. Almost 40 worms, 2 cups of plastic, 15 of which are bigger worms than normal. Those right there take a lot of plastic. So yeah, you know, you can get a lot of goodies out of just a little bit of plastisol, especially when doing solid colors, when you're not throwing away your laminate sprues or anything like that. You can be really efficient. Alright, so now we're changing gears completely. We're going into the world of hand pouring. So I made these rainbow trout big 8-inch rib swim baits the other day to sell, wound up selling them. So we're going to do it again. So we're going to match those real quick and just show you how I did those. I pretty much already have most of the plastic left over, so I really don't need to mix anything up. We're just going to pour them, set some eyes, and go about our business. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so here we have our first layer. So this is the bottom color. It's just a white pearl with a little bit of black flake. However, we're going to add a little bit more white pearl to it because that is remelt with added plastic. So it kind of diluted my original formula. I'm not going to add any more black flake, but I definitely wanted to add some more white pearl just to thicken up that color just a little bit. So I know that's like way over there on the side, so get this ready quick, and then we're going to go ahead and pour the first mold. Well, see, yeah, I already poured the first mold. In any event, let's bring the camera over to this one and zoom in a bit. So this mold, this is a Stank-X Baits mold. Okay, this is the 8-inch ribbed, and that bottom layer, I like to fill it up just under the tops of those ribs, especially if I'm going to do a 3-color laminate pour like this one is with that pink vein. I like to fill it up just about right there. Actually, maybe a smidge more, almost covering those top ribs. And then this one right here, do the same thing. It's kind of a difficult mold to pour, but boy, does it make an awesome bait. It has got pike and musky written all over it. Let's go ahead and move over to this one. Pull that mess out right there. Okay, and again, I'm making these to sell. So if you are interested in these, when you see this video, please feel free to email me. I will also post these for sale on my Instagram account, which is where I post most things for sale. I don't really take custom orders anymore. I just don't have the time, and they take a long time to make, and yeah, I just really don't profit from them anymore. So kind sad to say, I don't really, I'm not the guy to call anymore and say, hey, I want this crazy color and then a bag of this and a bag of that color and 5 different colors and 10 different things. I just simply do not have the time, and I really didn't profit much from those. But anyway, these will be for sale. Check my Instagram for things posting up for sale every now and then, if you're interested in acquiring some of the stuff that you see here on the channel. Alright, so now it's time for the pink layer. So I like to tack it up whenever I'm pouring in silicone. Since I can't blast the mold, obviously, with a torch, I like to heat up each layer at a time with a pretty high power heat gun. And I've got my pink layer here. So, here we go. Just gonna pour a vein. Okay? We'll kind of angle it down towards that end. Perfect. I want it to stop about there. And normally I would try to stop it from flowing past the eyes. This mold, it's just kind of hard to do that. I don't get as good as a result as with the StinkX Rocket mold. I can really pour that one super precise and control the flow of that vein. But that pink color is just LureWorks Hot Pink. So nothing crazy special there, just LureWorks Hot Pink. Again, we're tacking up that bottom layer, especially down there in the tail. Really melting it down so that when we pour our layer, our rainbow trout layer here, we get a nice bond. Okay, bring it on down. Perfect. And if I wanted to stop it from going past the eyes, I would angle it up slightly like that. With silicone, you can kind of bend things to your favor. We've been tacking up the pink layers now. Think we got it good and hot. Yeah. So now we're going to take our kind of watermelon gold mix. And actually, I'm going to start right there where that merges together and pour up the bait. Okay. There we go. One down. Now I got to do the other 2, and then we'll take them out here in just a few minutes and see how they look. All right, so I have my big trout baits sitting over there to cure, well, to set up at least. So I'm going to leave those in the molds for a while, but I want to do a fun little project here. I've had a lot of comments on a lot of videos. Hey, why don't you remelt your laminate sprues and see what they look like? So I happen to have a bunch of laminate sprues left over. We're going to melt them down and see if we get anything decent. Okay, so what I have here are a bunch of sprues left over from Okeechobee Magic. Yeah, there it is. Okeechobee Magic is a beautiful, beautiful color. Come on now, yeah. A green pumpkin gold side, kind of mixed with a blue and silver. Come on now, yeah, mixed with a blue and silver. So we're going to take those and melt them down. Now you can kind of look at the top where they kind of blend together and create kind of that aqua green color. I imagine that's kind of what this is going to look like. So anyway, we're basically just going to pull them apart into slightly smaller parts. That way they'll remelt a little bit better. Okay, so here's our remelt, and pretty much just like I thought, it turned into a dark kind of aqua green. So I actually decided I'm going to make some jerk baits out of it because I don't think it would look good in the punch bug. So anyway, I'm going to see how many I can get. I don't think I'll get all 3 molds, but we'll try. But as soon as I saw this, I said, man, that would be a really cool jerk bait color. So hopefully I'm correct about that, and these don't look terrible. And hopefully I can get all 3 molds. I don't think I had enough. Yeah, think I ran out on that last one. But we'll top these off nonetheless. Okay, so yeah, we'll at least get a few baits out of that. But yeah, not a bad color. Actually, you can see it better there. That's what it actually looks like. So yeah, in that case, that one actually works out. If you make Okeechobee Crawl or Okeechobee Magic, you can definitely remelt your sprues. Okay, let's take a look at our jerk baits. See how they did. Yeah, that's not a bad color at all, guys. Let's look a little closer. Yeah. Let's get them out here. Alright. We'll set those aside, then we'll get the other ones out. That third mold, only 2 of them came out right. So, but these are the molds that filled all the way. Yeah. Alright. So here we go. We have those and those. Not bad. Actually, not a bad little jerkbait color. Nice little 5-inch jerkbait there. So yeah, in this case, remelting the sprues was totally a good idea. A lot of them don't work out so well. Okay, and here we go. Let's take a look at our big rainbow trout pours. Dig out that from the front there. Yeah, there we go. Nice clean pour. If I can get it to focus, there we go. Yeah, very clean layers. Come on, camera. Don't do me like this. Very clean layers. Yeah. That's what you want right there when you're pouring a 3-color laminate like that. Okay, and final part, the clear dip phase. I get a lot of questions, what is the clear dip? The clear dip is just old, remelted plastic without any color in it. You can see it's a little yellowed just from all the remelts. So your clear dip is literally just clear plastic, and I like to use some of the thinner plastics. So for example, these baits are poured with the craw tube blend because it's nice and firm. It's perfect for this bait. However, I'll clear dip in the swim bait blend because it's a little bit thinner. You get a thinner layer on the outside. I don't want a super thick layer adding a lot of mass to the bait. So that's why I'll clear dip in either worm blend or swim bait blend. Most of the time, swim bait blend. There we go, everybody. Those are the big 8-inch trout. Grab one here. Yeah, take a look at that eye. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Such a cool eye. It's actually, I think the owner of Dead Meat Custom said that one is inspired by the eye of a mahi-mahi. So, yeah, really cool stuff, but there are our trout. Again, if you want to buy these, I sell these for $10. So you can grab all 3 for about 30 bucks. Just holler at me. I sell a lot of trout hand pours. So those are definitely winners. But yeah, you know, if you're into pike or muskie or bass over on the West Coast or Texas, and you've wanted to try out some true hand pours, give me a call. I'm pretty happy with these, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Well, the playoffs are on, and unfortunately my Patriots are out this year, but can't win it every year. You can see we've got a tornado watch in Liberty County. That's one of our neighboring counties. I am like right there in the middle of Leon County, so yep, storm's about to hit. Hopefully we don't get creamed. So with that said, I'm going to sign this video off. Hope you guys have enjoyed kind of the little blog, and say bye-bye, Landon.